Okay, so always read labels. I went to go buy a blender because my blender was capoodled. Like I price checked one on Wednesday because it's like, I want to buy this blender. What blender do I want? And then on Thursday, I finally followed through and I went to go buy my blender so I can finally make smoothies again because I've been wanting to do that because I knew and I know the one thing, like I'm happy right now, like I eat healthy-ish, but I know I want to start cooking more from scratch. But honestly, I love smoothies. I feel like smoothies really satiate me, and I would like to start making morning smoothie. So, without further ado, I have another story about something I bought. So, I love Amy meals, and they sell them like more affordably. Like, okay, you can make a big pot of pasta. Definitely. I bought some Beyond Meat when I was at Walmart. But I always price check things. Sprouts is almost $5. And at Walmart it's like $3. So I got a whole bunch of the Amy meals, like the vegan mac and cheese. Or I thought was the vegan mac and cheese because I'm like, I'm running, I want to get home. So whoopsie noodle, I bought the dairy one. And we're like, oh, I don't like cheese. I don't like dairy cheese. So I thought this is what I'm going to do because since I didn't read the label properly and I bought the wrong thing, I'm like, I'm not going to eat this. I thought this is what I'll do when I finally leave the house. I'm going to heat up the regular mac and cheese Amy meal thing. I mean, it's still a really good quality organic vegan. I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to like put a paper towel over it and a fork. And I'm going to, when I go to buy toilet paper, because I need to get out here to go toilet paper, which I still haven't found this week. Once I get out today, I'm going to give it to a homeless person or something. Like, there's a lot of homeless people at the bus stop. So I'll just be like, hey, do you want some, like, would you like this to eat? And I think that would be nice. And that will mitigate my silliness of not reading the label. So you should always read labels. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, buddy, like, why didn't I look? Because you can't return anything right now in the stores. So I'm like, I can't return it. So, I mean, I guess you could, but I hate returning things to begin with. So I'm just going to take it to a homeless person. And the thing about shopping right now, like, things are more expensive at Sprouts, which I love Sprouts. They're a little bit cheaper at Stater Brothers and Walmart. Just like, but I don't want to shop all the time. But when you're on foot and you have to do all your shopping on foot, this is the tricky part. You have to walk to go get things. Yes, you have to walk to go get things. So you can't do a massive grocery haul. And no, I won't do Instacart again because they couldn't find things anyway. So why am I going to wait a week for Instacart? Yeah, it's like, okay, it's tricky wiki. But I try to stay home as much as I can. Because there's really, I mean, right now, yeah, I know, we have to stay home. I'll read labels more. Hi. On the 12. Gosh, this section of my hair is really beginning to smooth out. I love it. So cute to watch. Hit a tangle area. There's a little tangle. I will be doing some hairdo things, but I can't promise what kind of hairdo things I'm doing. But I will be doing some hairdo things. I will be doing some hairdo things. We're also going to talk about, on the main live stream that I do with Aya, we're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about, she's going to talk about some other topics, but I'm going to talk about Magnificent Century, which is my binge watch addiction, although I haven't watched it in a couple days, because you have to read all the captions, and I didn't really sit down to read all the captions, but oh my gosh, I love Magnificent Century. And you love and hate Ibrahim Pasha. For golly, like that character, there's things I love about him, and there's things I hate about him. Like in the beginning, you feel so much empathy for him because he was the orphan boy who was taken from his homeland in the Greek, I think he's Macedonian. I don't know his precise nationality, but he was taken away from his parents and separated from his brother. So you feel sorry for him in the beginning, and he's the best friend of Suleiman the Magnificent, and he just seems like he plays the violin. He just seems like such a romantic character, and he's in love with Haticia, who is Suleiman's sister. But as time evolves, like, you're not sure, like, do you still feel sorry for Ibrahim Pasha because he's so power hungry? But then you start to feel compassionate for him again, because I don't think his love for Haticia was made up. Like, gosh, I'm talking about the fictional side of the story, because this was highly fictionalized, but I got really into it. It's not like the way that they wrote the character. I don't think like he did that just to ingratiate himself with Suleiman. I think in the beginning he really was in love with Haticia, but what happened was he became upset because he's always reminded of his status because she tells him, I am the state. And then we have another character that he starts to fall in love with and blah, 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 but he seems power hungry the whole time. And he just, like, but you begin to empathize with him again. I think he's more complex. Like, some people just want to hate him, but I think he's more complex than people give him credit for. But the thing that's kind of fun is Kerem Sultan and Ibrahim Pasha, because they're both supposed to have been enslaved and brought into the court of Suleiman the Magnificent. And Ibrahim Pasha originally picks her for Suleiman to dance, to like supposedly bewitch him, which she wasn't a witch. Like, there's people that literally have thought she was a witch because, oh my gosh, he broke with traditions and he married her and had more than one child with her, because you're only supposed to have one son with one concubine. But he freed her and married her. And how could anybody possibly do this unless they were under someone's spell? No, I think Kerem Sultan and Suleiman, that's actually a true love story, and she gets so romantic feeling when you watch that. I'm like, there's something, I mean, believe me, there's a lot of trials and tribulations, but their story is actually really beautiful. And the way Suleiman wrote poetry for her under the pen name Mohibi, and just when he recites Rumi poetry and his love of making jewelry and fashion, like, he's very art driven. And I'm like there's certain aesthetic characteristics to the story, and then the music is just so beautiful. I'm like, this is my Grape Jelly jam. I love sitting there and just watching it, but you do have to read all the captions in English, so it's not easy to watch. Like, you have to, it's like reading a book and watching characters at the same time, because you have to read all the captions. And I used to have to rewind, but now that I've been watching it for so long, I realize I'm starting to pick up a few words in Turkish. Like, not a lot, but I'm starting to understand certain things, and just starting to, like, you can kind of read the mannerisms of the characters a bit more. But I haven't been into a show in years, and I love this show. It's got a lot of historical inaccuracies. Like, the women, their costumes are beautiful, but it's probably not what Turkish women wore in a harem, okay? Like, their costumes look like something out of Rain, but very beautiful. Everything about this show is beautiful. There was a jewelry line inspired by Magnificent Century. It's a beautiful story. I'm like, oh, I'm in love with this story, and I'm gonna watch more of you, even though you infuriate me at sometimes. And then, oh my gosh, Belly Bey. I'm like, I love Belly Bey. He's hot. Belly Bey, the character that plays Belly Bey. I guess there was another Turkish show he was on. I I haven't watched a lot of Turkish shows, but after I finished Magnificent Century, I kind of want to because I don't know, Turkish cinema, not cinema. Their series are kind of like, yeah, I like the writing. It's dramatic in a kind of fun way that some people would probably consider campy, but I love this kind of stuff. Like, it's fun, and the way that they incorporate history and poetry and art, like it's has a substance that America. Like, I'm sorry, there's no American series that I want to watch right now because I can't think of anything that's that good that I'm just like, oh, I really, really, really want to watch. And then the dancing, the Middle Eastern dancing, like the belly dancing, it's beautiful. Like, okay, I know everybody's gonna say, but that's not historically accurate. But people do belly dance, and it's very beautiful, and I have an interest in belly dancing. I mean, I've never taken classes, but I'm like, it's kind of beautiful. I love this show. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep watching you. So, more tangents. Do you like my tangents? I love my tangents, and all I'm gonna say is read labels. And then I'm not gonna make Amy's meals anymore because those are a waste of money, I think. But I have my blender because I want to start making smoothies, and I bought some of the Beyond Meat crumbles because I'm gonna make a big pan of pasta. Where are you from, Dogan? Are you Turkish? I think you're Turkish. Because your name sounds so Turkish to me. Thank you. Or maybe I just think everything's Turkish. I don't speak Turkish. I'm just curious. I don't know. I'm just talking about a Turkish show, so I'm curious. Anyway. Yeah. I have a lot of things that I need to do as soon as I finish combing out my hair. Read labels, buddies. I might keep combing my hair on the live stream. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. It's just one of those days. I'm kind of in the zone today. Do you want me to do a Dollar Tree hair haul with Dollar Tree hair products? Because I haven't been down to the Dollar Tree in a while. I don't know. But once I get to one again, I want to buy some Dollar Tree hair products and do a little haul of hair products. Because I'm trying to do more hair-centric things, but in my own kind of way. Anyway,